Hello. As the video name suggests, this video is just basically me showing off my copper house, or I call it a copper house lah, but it's basically my starter base. Before I move on, my quest is literally called moving on to another section of the map. So I guess everyone will have their starter base when you start, and if you like take time to explore and whatnot, and your first base is usually filled by copper, which is why I call it a copper house. And I positioned my house, I think I'm not the only one who thought about this. There's several people who thought the same thing. Next to the trade post, the first trade post that we encounter, which is the Griffin's Reach trade post. So I position it here so I can just like have a quick access to the trade post. I do have a neighbor. This is not my house. I think I have two neighbors. This is not my house. I think I have another neighbor there. But basically, yes, a lot of people build their houses or their bases around here. Why did you call it my house? Okay, my copper base. But basically, yeah, so it's a two-story establishment. Quite simple. Actually, it's quite bare bones. I think my mistake was assuming that I can keep using the base as I advance in the game. Apparently not. You need to travel to the map. So right now they are asking me to go to the Western Vermilius Gap. Yeah, the Vermilius Gap. So I have to go to that place lah. So which means I won't be able to use this base anymore. But I'm actually quite proud of what I have here. Actually, we have 3 blood purifiers set up. So I have no worries about water need with my Hadra Litojon water container, and there's a water system here. So this is basically the first level, 2 storage boxes, and kind of nice. I like using the natural facade to build houses in my usual survival game. So I built this into that wall, so I can like nice little wall here. Of course, 2 stories, 2 generators. So every house uses a generator. And basically, yeah, and a private room here. This is where the sub-fifth is and where I store all the important stuff. So, yep, that's basically my base, copper base. Then you have a copper thing here. So right now, because I'm moving on, I just wanted to have a record of this base before we move on to a more advanced construction kit and a more advanced sub-fifth console, which I guess will give rise to a bigger base, a more advanced base, rather than this type of starter base lah. But still quite happy with what I have with all the windows. So the thinking was having windows so I can look out to the sand and look at any worms that pass by. That was the thinking. But of course, yeah, we are saying goodbye to our house. I will still leave this house here, this base here, just in case I need to come back to the Haga Basin. But if not, yeah, I will build bigger bases as I go lah. So yep, that's about it. That's a showcase of a very humble copper base, starter base. So yay! Let me just take a photo. Yeah, I got a recycler here, and I got chemical refinery here that I didn't use. Fabricator is here. So everything that I can build with copper, I have built. I think the only thing that I built more is 3 blood purifiers, because the amount of enemies I kill is like that much. Yeah, and quite close by to trade posts. Very convenient. So yep, that's about it. My little copper base. And now I shall move on to the next section of the map, and I'm gonna leave this base here. But yeah, thank you for watching.